To buy gold in Africa, it's very simple and concise. If you are a buyer today, I know you have been duped. I just have a conference few minutes ago. A buyer has been duped in Ghana. Right now he is in Ghana. He knows me for 3 years and he's been roaming around looking for cheap price. And he said he lost $1,000,000. And I told him that you know me for 3 years and why you just come now? Today is July 11. And he said he needs gold and he recovered his losses. So he was telling me that in Ghana today, there is no gold supply. Most of the gold are imported from different parts of Africa. And I told this gentleman, yes, I know. It has been scary. Most of the buyer fly to Ghana because Ghana is a British colony. Conakry Guinea is a French colony. Bamako Mali is a French colony. Togo is a French colony. Burkina Faso is French colony. Sierra Leone is a British colony. But even then, buyer and seller can speak English in Conakry Guinea and in Sierra Leone and also in Bamako Mali. This is what I said to this buyer. He lost money. Now he asked me to bring the gold to Dubai. I said no, it wouldn't work at all. They will pay that transport. No, it wouldn't work at all. Gold cannot leave the country of origin without export documentation. Who is the main buyer? This is what my explanation. For short, Mr. Buyer, I am sharing you all the tools and very simple and concise, very clearly, so that you will not dupe again. Now, Mr. Buyer, every video that I have, the full corporate offer is on this video. The export documentation that you need is on this video. You pay attention, you read it properly, and when you're ready, you come to Wilhelmina. Gold is not for C.I.F. This is F.O.B. We are here to do business with you, provided you are a serious buyer, provided you show us the proof of fund, your bank statement that you are capable to pay. The proof of product, when you travel and when you will be invited, you will see the proof of product based on your order. Now, how are you able to get the gold, Mr. Buyer? If you read the full corporate offer here, you are a winner. If you don't follow, then you are a loser. You need to send a formal letter of intent to buy. Attention to this lady in front of you. Attention to Wilhelmina, that you watch this video. You are looking to buy gold 22.24 or 22.54. The purity is from 94, 95. Then the origin, I will advise you to start a trial. The origin, Bamako Mali, Conakry Guinea, Sierra Leone. There is no gold in Ghana, Mr. Buyer. I just finished talking to a buyer stuck in Ghana. Most of the gold are imported from different parts of Africa. So I refrain to advise you to go to Ghana. You will be duped and you will be frustrated. Come to Bamako Mali or Conakry Guinea or Sierra Leone. I just come back from my trip. My trip has been successful. I'm with the buyer and I took the buyer to the head office and the buyer got the gold. Now, Mr. Buyer, our full corporate offer is in front of you. I will not elaborate. I want you to take time to read. Then when you are ready, you come back. When you come back, meaning to say you are a buyer. If you don't come back, at least you understand. Maybe in the future you might come back. So there are two kinds of buyer. The stubborn buyer, that buyer a window shopping looking for cheap price. Gold is not cheap. Then the affluent buyer, he's ready to buy because he is a real buyer. Now, Mr. Buyer, our requirement is very simple. It's on this video. The full corporate offer, just pay attention because you are hungry to buy at the moment. The world is on panic. You need the supply, but you cannot function without the supply. There's a saying, supply and demand determine the price. Now, the price of gold today, Mr. Buyer, is 45,700. So how are you able to pay if you don't have the cash? We don't deal C.I.F, Mr. Buyer. We don't deal with LC and it's BLC. meaning to say you have no cash flow. You have a solid asset, but you don't have a liquid asset. Gold is an asset. Gold is the currency. Gold has many uses. Tell me, what are you intend to use? Tell me, Mr. Buyer, on your letter of intent. Your company name, address, telephone number. It is on here. I want you to read properly. I am here to share because I have a conference a few minutes ago that in Ghana today, their 4 banks has been closed. Impic's refinery has been closed because there is no gold. There are so many refineries. Why they are there? They are buying gold. But you're a trader. How are you able to buy gold if you don't have cash? You are going to leverage. This gold business is not leveraging business. It's not. You need to have cash in your bank account to pay for it. Now, Mr. Buyer, you're going to say, well, Mina, yes, I know you for 3 years. This is what the buyer was saying just a few minutes ago. And he come back to Walamina. Can you imagine that? Then he come back when he was being burned out. He was telling me that he lose money in Ghana. I know Ghana because I used to handle Ghana. I was also cheated by both buyers and seller. So most of the gold in Ghana are not really pure gold. Some only gold for industrial. So that is the reason why I am guiding you, Mr. Buyer. When you travel, you bring your gold tester. You can buy that online. You can see the gold tester on my page. I will put the link, my main virtual page on Facebook. I want you to pay attention. This is for you. If you pay attention, you're a winner. If you don't pay attention, then you're a loser. Why you're a loser? Because you're looking for cheap price. Gold is not cheap. Now, Mr. Buyer, we have a promotion. I handle Bamako, Mali, Conakry Guinea, and Sierra Leone. I just come back. Recently, my transaction has been successful. Now, we have a promotion in Bamako, Mali. Instead of paying taxes and paying an assay report, $100 per kilo, we will waive that. The promotion is only good for 30 days. Now, our selling price, less 8%, which is $41,000 per kilo. You're going to say, well, Amina, but why are you selling 41,000 and it's not gold bullion? That is a very good question. You are buying unrefined. If you want to buy gold bullion, you can buy that in the bank. The price is 45,000 plus. So you buy that in the bank, so you don't have any profit. That is the reason why most of the buyer come to Africa, because they are buying unrefined. You are going to refine it to make into different uses. It's up to you. You can refine the gold even 94% to make into gold bullion. The refinery knows how to do that. Refinery knows how to do that, so you don't need to confuse yourself. The purity is 94.95. It can make into 99.99. Are you making into jewelry? You only need 1,000 kilograms. So I'm not going to elaborate, Mr. Buyer. Just read. I am providing you a very clear and concise, vital procedure called full corporate offer. There is no such person, or even the seller would not explain to you like this. Now, Mr. Buyer, Wilhelmina is the facilitator. I'm with you, and I'm also with the seller. I am helping you to get the supply. Wilhelmina is a mandate of the seller. However, I feel sorry for you. You have been duped before. Now, I am the extension digital office online. You can see my virtual page is huge. I am Australian. I'm based in Brisbane. I am not African, though my skin look like African. Yes, I love Africa. I've been there. Africa is a huge continent. There's so many foreigners there. When I was in Africa, I stayed on the hotel owned by Chinese. They're mining gold in Segiri. They're mining gold in Bamako, Mali. They're mining gold in Sierra Leone. They're mining gold in Ghana. Why they are there? They are taking the gold asset of the country and bring it to China. Then China use the gold as collateral. They are using to leverage, to borrow money to the International Monetary Fund, presenting we have the gold because gold is money. So you are a trader. You have no idea what you are doing. So I am educating you, Mr. Buyer. I am. So our full corporate offer is in here. Take time to read. Read it properly. Digest it properly. Do not come to Wilhelmina if you are not a buyer. If you are going to say hi, my name is not hi. So I give you my Skype ID, my telephone number, my email, my WhatsApp. Then you come when you are ready, meaning to say you are going to send your letter of intent to buy. Attention to Wilhelmina. I don't send you an email anymore because this video reminds you that the full corporate offer is in front of you. So your next step is to send a formal letter of intent to buy coming from you, your company letterhead, address, telephone number, the refinery address of your destination, the proof of fund, your bank statement, and your business license, and your importation license. If you provide that, after you read the full corporate offer, I will believe that you're a buyer. Now, Mr. Buyer, which one you like to travel? Bamako, Mali, Conakry, or Sierra Leone? We have gold and diamond. Now, we have a promotion in Bamako, Mali. We are going to waive the tax, which is $30,000 on 10 kilos. I encourage you to start a trial because you don't know us and we don't know you. I want you to build your credential to my seller. So we have a promotion today that instead of paying taxes on 10 kilos, the value of $30,000 tax, and the assay cost is $100 per kilo, we waive that in Bamako, Mali. You save $31,000 already. So on 10 kilos, Mr. Buyer, you get the profit of 3,582.64. So on the 10 kilos, you have already a profit of $66,000. Now, we waive the tax. You are not paying taxes. You pay the gold, So 31,000 now 3,582.64 times 10, you have a profit of $35,000, right? No, hang on. 3,582.64 times 10. Yes, you have a profit of 35,826 plus 31,000. You have already a profit of 66,826 out of 10 kilos. This is the promotion. Good for 30 days, Mr. Buyer. So you are going to pay the gold, tax inclusive. Instead of less 8%, $41,000, we down it to $40,000. So which one you like? You save 66,800. This is your savings. As the promotion today. Right. So what on earth that the seller can offer you this kind of promotion? Wilhelmina was the one who suggested to my seller in Bamako, Mali because of the price. Because you are a hard buyer that you have unlimited cash. So instead of roaming around, you get the profit of 10 kilos. But on the second shipment, we no longer waive the tax. Right. We are going to review the price based on the world market. However, we will give you still flexible. You always talk to Wilhelmina because my seller is a hard seller. He is a very hard seller. So let us put that on contract on the 10 kilos, $40,000. Then on the second shipment, we will review the price. But however, you always talk to Wilhelmina because Wilhelmina has the power to advise the seller to give you a leeway. So you are a winner. So Mr. Buyer, I know you've been duped before. You really need Wilhelmina on the ground with you. You already saved 66,826. Wilhelmina will charge you her extra service to be with you. The extra service, it covers my airfare, my travel insurance, my hotel accommodation, my food and spending money. I do charge you $10,000 as today. My extra service, I will increase that because in Africa, it's really very costly to stay in the hotel 5 stars hotel. It's not very cheap, Mr. Buyer. I am not asking you commission. I'm only asking you my extra service. You're a winner because Wilhelmina negotiated on your behalf. And if I'm not around, the seller will say, this is my price, take it or leave it. Now, I want you to feel comfortable with my seller. My seller already agreed that the promotion will only take 30 days. From today, it started July 2. Now we are now on 11, but however, I will extend it. My seller is very flexible. I have the power to ask the seller to extend it. So, which one you like? You save already 10 kilos. It's up to you if you want 10 kilos, 20 kilos, 100 kilos, 50 kilos. Show us the proof of fund, your bank statement that you have $1 million. This 10 kilos is $400,000. So, Mr. Buyer, we are not asking you upfront here because you have not seen the gold. The upfront is my extra service. You send the money to Wilhelmina, to her bank account. I will buy my own ticket. And I will arrive the day before you arrive. And then I will meet you in the airport with the driver. We will stay in the 5 stars hotel for security reason. For your security, but to me, I'm not scared because once you are invited, you are a guest of the company. Wilhelmina will arrive the day before you arrive. Buying gold and diamond exactly the same. We have gold and diamond, Bamako, Mali, Conakry Guinea, and Sierra Leone. So let's talk about this gold first. So when you feel comfortable, then Wilhelmina, I also need the diamond. I'll take you to Sierra Leone. I'll take you to Conakry Guinea. So I know which seller available stock. Because the seller every 3 days, they give me the update. At the moment in Bamako, Mali, we have 1,060. But that 1,000 kilos will not last because my seller have an existing customer. The gold at the moment selling very fast because the world is in panic right now. Buyers are scared because end of the year, the price of gold will turn to 60. There is a prediction that the gold will turn to 60,000 per kilo. So book now, secure now, while Wilhelmina is advising the seller to give you a leeway. So it's up to you to take this opportunity. It's up to you. We are not here to force you to buy. Wilhelmina is here to tell the world that Africa, 98% gold produced in Africa. 50% of rough diamond produced in different parts of Africa. Sierra Leone, Conakry Guinea, Bamako, Mali, and so forth. So I'm not going to encourage you to come to Ghana because there is no gold in Ghana. The golds are imported coming from Cameroon, coming from Bamako, Mali, coming from Sierra Leone, coming from Conakry Guinea, and then they're going to resell it to you 3%. So, which one you like, Mr. Buyer? You already get the profit. You're buying direct from us. You are not dealing with broker to broker. Or not. Wilhelmina is the one who put this online after she returned from her trip. It is really very simple, Mr. Buyer. It's easy when you have the cash. It would be very difficult if you're asking for C.I.F because you don't have cash flow. You are using to leverage it. You're using to launder it. It's not very easy for you. Now, Mr. Buyer, as you know that we need to have a contract on your order, send me your business license, copy of your passport, and your bank statement. Your information will be intact. You will be protected because you are not dealing with broker. I am the facilitator on your behalf and on the seller. So your information is intact. It would not go to any the third party because I'm going to protect my seller's banking details. I'm also going to protect your banking details. So your information will be intact as a private because I'm the one who organized facilitation between the buyers and the seller. Now, Wilhelmina will travel. As I've said to you, you need to take Wilhelmina with you. And if you cannot afford, it's okay. I will arrange your landing visa. I will advise the seller to issue you the landing visa as a visitor. But if there is an issue, Mr. Buyer, Wilhelmina is not around with you. So how could I sort it out? It's better you bring Wilhelmina so that Wilhelmina would be with you on the ground. Then you are safe and you will not be scammed. because our seller really wanted to do business with you in a long term, not a short term. Do not shortcut, Mr. Buyer. So, Mr. Buyer, the full corporate offer is here. Very concise and very clear. It's up to you to come to Wilhelmina, ready, send a formal letter of intent, attention to Wilhelmina. Simple as that. Thank you very much, Mr. Buyer.